What price can Quant reach at the height of the next bull market? That is the question we're answering in today's video with a bit of a price prediction. As always, this is not financial advice. And before we jump into today's topic, please make sure to drop a like on the video down below, hit the bell notification icon, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel in order to stay up to date with all of the latest updates in the crypto space and to hit your crypto goals. So, what are we looking at today? Quant is one of the, I would say, mid-range cryptocurrencies in the market right now. It has made some big moves over the past couple of years, and we're going to dive into some of the stuff that makes Quant unique from a fundamental level today, but also then moving towards a bit of a price prediction towards the end. But the real value that Quant tries to serve from like a value proposition perspective is their overledger. So the Quant network and all of its utility is kind of broken down in this graph here, and the real play that they're trying to cash in on is the whole concept of interoperability. So really being the network that can connect one blockchain to another blockchain. So working with other blockchains and being that interoperable layer between different blockchains to allow them to communicate with one another is really what Quant is trying to double down on. So obviously there's a lot of different use cases that they are proposing with their overledger network, but some of the main things here that we're seeing are, you know, enterprise licenses, developer licenses, platform fees, identity and accounts, transaction processing, application users, gateways and staking, and utility tokens and investing and trading. So, you know, a lot of different use cases that they are trying to capitalize on. I think one of the main things that we'll see they're doing a lot of work in is the area of central bank digital currencies. And, you know, whatever we want to think about central bank digital currencies, if we want to put our objective caps on, there is definitely money to be made with the Quant network and what they're doing in the world of CBDCs. And they're really trying to push the whole enterprise adoption side of things. You know, healthcare is one of the areas I've seen a couple of examples around with Quant where they want to be that interoperable layer for different blockchains to be able, you know, communicate health data to one another. So let's say you've got 10 different healthcare providers all leveraging blockchain technology, but obviously with confidential client medical information. Quant is kind of the layer that allows a doctor, for example, to access information from various patients, no matter what their healthcare provider is, to have that kind of centralized database pulling from all those decentralized sources. So Overledger and all of those use cases are extremely interesting, but one of the big areas that Quant has been doubling down on, especially in 2023, is this whole area of central bank digital currencies. And one of the big projects that they were working on was this Project Rosalind with the Bank of England, basically helping them to prototype, build out API prototypes for retail CBDCs. And they were one of the partners involved in this entire project with the Bank of England. So there's a very interesting paper on this that you can take a look at in your own time, but a lot of work being done with the Quant Overledger and all the stuff that they're doing in regards to central bank digital currencies. So that kind of leads us on to the tokenomics side of things, and looking at Quant from a kind of bird's eye view. At the moment, we're at a price point of about $105 for Quant. As of today, we're on the 24th of January, 2024. Obviously, zooming into the price chart, we can see that we had an all-time high in the peak of the last bull market around September 2021 of $394. So obviously we're still, 3x away, more than 3x away from an all-time high, or from a previous all-time high in September of 2021. And that leaves a lot of scope for continued growth over the next 12 to 18 months. as we hit the Bitcoin halving and as we move into the next bull run over that period of time. But one of the biggest and standout factors for Quant in terms of growth potential is the extremely limited supply of this token as well. So as we've mentioned in previous videos, and if you know anything about Bitcoin, you know that there is a hard cap of 21 million Bitcoin ever. Well, Quant, and one of the standout features here is that Quant has an even smaller maximum supply of 14,800,000. So that is the maximum number of Quant that can ever exist and ever be in circulation. As of today, we've got about just over 12 million in the circulating supply right now. And I don't think there is a very defined roadmap for when the remaining 2.7 million will enter circulation. But it's safe to say that that will be drip fed out onto the market over the next couple of years. But even with all that being said, we are 80% of the way there in terms of circulating supply on the market already, and with such a small way to go in terms of coins to be released, and also with the fact that it is such a low number compared to some other projects that have hundreds of millions, if not billions of tokens in their max supplies, it just bodes extremely well for thinking about this project and this business from a supply and demand perspective. So, 1/3 less supply than Bitcoin itself, and a maximum supply of, 14.8 million here. So this is going to factor into our price prediction as we begin to take a look at it now. And what we want to think about are a couple of different scenarios. So 3 different scenarios, actually. What we've done here is we've mapped out a bear case, base case, and bull case scenario for a price prediction. There are some variables in this equation. As always, we have to make some assumptions when it comes to those variables, but that is what we have to do. That is why we've got 3 different scenarios and 3 different variables in each of those scenarios. So the bear case here is thinking about a total cryptocurrency market cap at the height of the next bull run around $4 trillion US. Right now we're sitting at about a 1.6 trillion market cap. So obviously a bit of a ways to grow there, but we did breach the $2 trillion market cap in the previous bull cycle. So a lot of people reckon that this 4 trillion is somewhat of a bear case scenario for the height of the next bull run. If we think about how much dominance Quant gains in the market at the height of the next bull run, what we've done here is put in an estimate of 0.3% dominance. So that is less than 1/3 of 1% overall market dominance. At the peak of the last bull run, Quant got to a 0.24% market dominance. So what we're assuming here is it's going to perform ever so slightly better in the next bull run, 0.05% better. And we're also assuming that there's another million coins in circulation by the height of the next bull run, which may not be the case, which may make this number even bigger. But these are the variables for the bear case: a 4 trillion market cap, Quant at a 0.3% market dominance, and 13 million Quant in circulation. And what that would give us is a $922 US price prediction in a bear case scenario. Moving on to the base case scenario, what we've got here is we've got a couple different variables. So the total crypto market cap reaching a potential 6 trillion in overall value. Instead of a 0.3% market dominance, we've gone ever so slightly higher at a 0.32% market dominance at its height in the next bull run. And again, we've kept the 13 million Quant in circulation. And with these variables and this base case, that would give us a price prediction of about $1,476 US from now for a max peak price based on our base case scenario. Finally, moving on to the uber bullish case scenario, we've got the variables tweaked ever so slightly again. So we've got as an $8 trillion US market cap for the total crypto market cap, Again, we're saying that Quant could perform ever so slightly better again at a 0.34% overall market dominance, and then also continuing to have that 13 million in circulating supply by the height of the next bull run, again, which we estimate to happen around Q4 of 2025. Using these variables, that will give us a Quant price point of just over $2,000. So this is the most bullish scenario that we've mapped out. Base case, bear case. I think all of these just showcase how much potential there is for growth between now at a $105 price as of today to even just a bear case, you're looking at a 9x. And, I think these numbers are very achievable and very doable, especially as more people begin to understand the scarcity and the supply and demand scenario with Quant in particular, and a lot of the fundamental work that they've done over the past couple of years when it comes to CBDCs and all of the institutional and enterprise adoption that they're trying to push. This is very attainable and still a very good return on investment. So let us know in the comments below what you think the potential is for Quant. Do you think that these price predictions are accurate? Do you think we can go higher? Do you think we'll go lower? Would love to hear what your thoughts are in the comment section below. As always, this is not financial advice. Obviously, consult an investment advisor or, take heed when you're doing your own research. But if you're interested in these videos and you like them, please make sure to give a thumbs up down below. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. Hit that bell notification icon to stay up to date with everything in this space and hit your crypto goals. And we will catch you in the next one.